It's yours truly, Ricovibes, and welcome to another edition of Take 5. Now, I've got the honor of welcoming to the show someone from my hometown of St. Kitts, Nevis, DJ Choice One MD.
Yes, sir. Pleasure to be here.
Oh, man. It's the first time in all the interviews I've done that I've had the pleasure of interviewing someone from St. Kitts, Nevis.
Well, I'm pleasure to be the first.
The first.
Choice One.
Appropriate. It's appropriate. Now, you're from St. Kitts, of course.
St. Kitts, born and raised. Yes, Newtown, St. Kitts, from East Street, to be exact, from the Republic of Newtown.
The Republic of Newtown? Is that a separate from St. Kitts?
Yeah, a lot of Newtowners like
really?
So, yeah.
The Republic of Newtown. Okay.
Two of the proudest people in St. Kitts, Newtowners and Sandy Pointers.
Wow.
You know,
wow.
SP, where the best be, large up to you.
SP, I think my father and my family is from Sandy Point.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well. I don't know anybody there, but I was told that. So, when did you get into DJing?
I got into DJing, I got into music early because of my father, who listened a lot of music in the house.
Right.
So I grew up listening to everybody from Elimat to Kitchener to Short and, those guys growing up. And then I used to play his records.
Really? Did he allow you to play his records?
No.
Oh, you stole your teeth to play records? Yeah.
So I used to play them a lot when he was home.
Right.
And I would, listen to them and I'd in the house jamming. It was just a thing I loved.
Right.
And then my official DJ career started in college, SUNY Farmingdale in New York, where I was there to study being a pilot.
A pilot?
A pilot. So that didn't work out. But I was DJing little events because I was a member of what we had called ISA, International Students Association, which was all island folks. And the international part came because we had one Chinese guy, So he didn't last long.
Did he?
He stayed a semester.
One semester?
One semester.
Wow.
And then
did you guys chase him out or something?
I guess, because we did events. ISA did an event like every month, and I DJ'd most of those events. And it was a lot of reggae and soca. So I guess he couldn't take that. So
you didn't understand it probably.
Yeah.
Was Choice One always your name as a DJ?
No. My first DJ name was Mr. Flex.
Mr. Flex.
Oh my God.
Was that from the Cabra song Flex?
No. He was Mr. Flex because I had an affinity for breakdancing.
You did?
Yes. Before I became an official DJ, I was the dancer in the parties. I was the dancer, so I was always dancing.
I'm trying to picture that, man.
A lot of people can't picture it, but I could still dance.
Okay.
I used to do dancing, and I used to do a lot of gymnastics and acrobats, backflips.
Okay.
I was the guy backflipping off the stage and stuff like that.
Wow.
Okay. And then they used to call me Mr. Flex because of the way I used to, do all the little, stuff like that. It was a natural thing for me. But when I was in college in the ISA, I was also in a brotherhood called Choice Fly Guys, CFG.
Gotcha.
And I started the brotherhood with 3 of my partners. It was 4 of us. And the brotherhood grew into like over 80 people. But being that we were the 4 that started it, they called us the 4 tops. I was Choice Fly Guy number 1. There was Choice Fly Guy number 2, 3, and 4. So I shortened it, Choice Fly Guy number 1 to just Choice 1.
Got it. Wow, I would have never thought of that.
Yeah.
Never thought of that. So at what point did you move from New York here to Atlanta?
Well, that was back in 99, about. And when I got here to Atlanta, I moved because of my job offered me to move to Atlanta.
Okay.
And yes, I was DJing a lot in New York, but it took off even more once I got here. So that was a blessing.
Right. No, traditionally we call Choice One a soca DJ. And I know a lot of DJs don't want to be labeled.
Yes.
But you were labeled at first as a soca DJ.
And I never,
why is that?
To be honest, I never wanted to be labeled a soca DJ. I guess it's because when I first started DJing events here, my first events was with an old carnival troupe, used to be called Borickeet.
Right.
Borickeet, Atlanta.
Right.
Large up to Ashaki and Orman and them. And then they used to hire me a lot at the Panyard.
Right.
So I started
the original Panyard.
The original Panyard,
Yeah.
yes. So I started doing a lot of those events.
Gotcha.
So I got known as a soca DJ, which is funny because when I DJ'd in New York, it was mostly hip hop and reggae.
Wow.
I didn't really do
Yeah,
a whole lot of
he was a
soca.
breakdancer. So
Yeah, it wasn't really a whole lot of soca.
Wow.
So then, I mean, but honestly, soca is my favorite genre.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, I love my dance hall, I love my reggae, everything, but you know, that's just how I got labeled.
Wow.
You know, so that's where it started.
So the small island, you have a moniker. What is
a small island champion, choice
small
one.
Island champion, right.
You know,
obviously because we're from a small island.
I'm from a small island.
Right.
Because when I started playing events more and more, I noticed there's no small island music being played. We have a lot of VI people in Atlanta.
Correct.
There was no VI music being played.
None?
None. The only ones that played it was me.
Wasn't here at that point?
At that point, Super and Pete was here. Dead Zone, big up to them.
Right.
They were here, but they were playing at oh man, I'm forgetting the name. Down in Atlanta. It's gonna come back to me. Not the underground. Super's gonna kill me because I forgot the name. But anyway, they were playing downtown.
Right.
I was playing mostly on the east side.
Right.
And in those events out here, there was not a lot of VI music playing, so I started doing that. You know, a lot of jam band. I noticed Burning Flames wasn't playing, Ellie Mac wasn't playing. So that's when I started to interject that.
So you came here when everybody considered Atlanta country.
Yeah.
What you've seen the progression?
Yeah, I've seen a change.
Yeah.
I've seen the change in Atlanta from before to now.
Right.
You know, Atlanta has definitely exploded.
Yes.
You know, so it's a good thing. It's
very
a good thing. Yeah.
No, you have exploded as well. You've gone from being a DJ to being a radio personality to being a band owner, the whole nine. Was that all in your plans, or it was?
Kind of, sort of. You know, I've always wanted to. It may seem silly to some people, but when I used to be in New York, I used to go to Eastern Parkway all the time.
All the time, of course.
And I never told people out loud, but in my head, I always used to be like, one day, I'm going to be on top of that truck.
Wow.
I'm going to be on top of that truck. Because I used to see dudes on top of the truck yelling down to the crowd.
Right.
And I used to think that was so awesome.
Right.
You know, so
you didn't start playing mass back home in St. Kitts?
No.
Really?
Back home in St. Kitts, I played clown.
Are you kidding me?
I played clown on
with the whip and everything.
With the whip, everything.
Wow.
But in St. Kitts, we call it a hunter.
Gotcha.
You know, we didn't call it a whip; we call it a hunter.
Gotcha.
And I played on the Zach Nesbitt, and on the Zach, and he was my, the troop leader. Played clown. My grandfather owned Mr. Lloyd Prokop. He owned one of the masquerade troops. Okay. So I was always around that sort of atmosphere.
Right, that culture.
The culture.
Gotcha.
The traditional folklore mass in St. Kitts, which seems to be dying out a little.
Has it?
Yeah. It's not as popular as it was, but it's still there, thank God.
I guess because the older folks are dying and the new generation.
If it's up to me, I'm going to do my part to make sure it stays alive.
So you do play mass in St. Kitts now?
Now, yes.
Right.
Now. You know, and I play on trucks in St. Kitts, large up to Red Devils.
Yeah. How has it changed, in the time that you moved to now?
To Atlanta?
Yeah.
Atlanta has changed in the fact of, I remember years ago, if you had 2 soca parties in one night, one was going to flop.
Isn't that still the same?
No. Especially on a carnival weekend.
Right.
It's even on carnival weekend back then, if you had more than one event of a certain kind in the night, it would flop. But no, it's much different.
I mean, you've actually seen it going from one carnival to 2 carnivals.
Yes, 2 carnivals. We have 2 carnivals, which personally I feel is idiotic. it's a thing where egos just cannot come
Is
together.
that what it's all about? Just egos?
It boils down to bottom line, egos. Egos. People don't want to put aside their personal feelings to come together to say, listen, we can make this culture grow and become a dominant entity in Atlanta.
Because Atlanta's carnival on a whole has grown.
Has grown.
Tremendously.
Yes. Yes.
To where I think it's probably the number 2 carnival in the U.S.
Yes.
Behind Miami.
Miami.
Because New York is not the same.
New York has fallen off.
Yeah.
Lots of things due to politics,
right.
crime and such.
Right.
But with Atlanta, we have definitely grown. I myself can show the personal growth from when I started Army Fed. If you've never been to Atlanta Army Fed, you have to come.
That started, what,
on a Wednesday night
8 years ago?
Back in 2012.
Whoa, longer.
Okay, yes. No, the first night was actually, a lot of people don't know this. The first 2 years I did Atlanta Army Fed, it was on a Thursday night. It was on a Thursday night. The very first Atlanta Army Fed took place, of all places, in Club Elegance.
Yes,
okay?
Yes.
And I thought, honestly, we were going to flop that night.
Really?
Because there was Bungie in town that night.
Yeah.
And Destra at 2 different events. And I'm like, oh my God, but I had already put everything out there.
Right.
I was close to canceling. I was close to canceling.
It's a good thing you didn't. It's a good thing
exactly.
You didn't.
I was like, yo, screw that.
Right.
I don't know.
Wow.
But the man with Alex and them at Elegance was like, yo, we already got the thing out.
Right.
Let's just go see what happens, and boom. But that night, we were packed to the gills. I was like, holy crap.
I remember when you moved it to Wednesday, everybody was like, Wednesday, nothing, carnival doesn't start on a Wednesday. It starts on the Thursday, so.
The Thursday night, what happened was, the second year, we did it at D1.
Right.
That turned out well. That's also the year I met Poppy. Because Poppy saved my behind that night.
With the liquor?
With the liquor, oh my Lord. We ran out of liquor at midnight.
Midnight?
Midnight. We was out of liquor. Because at that time, I'm still new to promoting.
Gotcha.
So I went to the spirit store, bought like $1,000 worth of liquor.
That's nothing. I could tell. I didn't even drink it. I could tell it that's nothing.
But like I said, I was new to it at that time.
Right.
People would hate to hear my liquor bill. No, but
Wow.
But at that time, I'm new.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and we met Poppy through Showville. And,
Gotcha.
We took off from there.
So
Poppy literally showed up with a truck.
Backed up with a truck.
Yeah, backed in with a truck and saved our life. That whole time they're paging me to the front door. I'm like, I can't go there right now because I'm dealing with this. But after we got the bar reset and up and running again, I go to the front door to find out Corinne Dubois was trying to get in. But my door lady was like, okay, $25. She don't know him.
See, that's a door lady you need to keep.
Exactly. She was like, I don't know you, bro.
Did he say who he was?
Yeah, he was like, I'm Kerwin Dubois. She's like, nice to meet you, Kerwin Dubois. $25, please.
Wow. That's incredible. That's incredible.
Yeah. So DJ Steven was paging me and like, yo, Kerwin's at the door. What's the problem? And
So it's been 10 years. What's your most memorable one, or do you have one?
Oh my Lord. We have so many memorable stuff from Army Fed. We moved locations because
it grew.
It kept growing.
Yeah, it grew.
It kept growing. And to be honest, I realized we really had something probably about 5 years ago when we were at Grand Dance.
Okay.
Grand Dance, and
because I remember you kept it at the Candler as well a couple of times.
And the AC would never work at the Candler.
Which is funny because you're an AC guy.
Yeah, and I did. I fixed the AC for them.
Did you?
But the thing is, they just wanted me to keep it running. And I'm trying to tell them. Exactly. I'm trying to tell them these need replacing.
Gotcha.
They're not going to last long. Under stress, they're not going to you know. But we rented, I rented portable AC units, which ended up just spraying wet water everywhere. But people didn't care; they were having so much fun.
Right.
The water spraying was not a problem. So, you know, and then we got complaints from the hotel behind the candler. You know,
for noise or
for noise, because the hotel manager kept coming up, and then the door lady was telling me, "Hey, your hotel manager keeps coming," and then I walked out. And then the police officer I hired, he was like, "You're good. I'm here. You're good." So I was like, long as he's here and he says I'm good, I'm good. You know, we've had stuff like that. And then we moved we did Grand Anse, I said. And then
what was it? Jolie's, was it?
Jolie's after that. I'm not even going to get into fiasco about Jolie's.
I know about the Jolie's.
The room we were in was not the room I paid for.
Gotcha. I remember that fiasco.
You know what I'm saying?
I remember that.
So, we had it one time at Jolie. And that was the first night that I lived in Atlanta that I thought I might go to jail. Because of dealing with the owner.
The manager.
Yeah,
he wasn't the owner.
No, the owner. He was the manager.
The manager, yeah.
Dealing with him, I thought I might go to jail that night. You know, he had, because like any other event, we have vendors. They pay their vendor fees, you know, to be able to vend at Army Fed.
Correct.
I'm walking into the parking lot because, you know, as the promoter of the event, you check in. I always walk around, check, make sure everything's okay, make sure everybody's okay. So I walk out and I see a gentleman vending outside, and I'm like, wait, who is this?
Yeah, you don't know him.
So I walked over. I said, "Hey, how you doing? My name is Choice. I'm one of the promoters for this event, because the event is not done by me alone. It's by my business partner, me and Sydney, Mr. Alltunes. And I also, now my wife jumped on board with us. But I asked him, I says, who did you speak to about vending out here? Because he may have spoken to my partner.
Right.
So I wasn't sure.
Right.
So I asked him,
who
did you speak to?
Yeah.
And then he says, I spoke to the owner, and he told me the owner's name. I says, yeah, but the owner didn't speak to me because I paid full price. I didn't ask for no discounts, no nothing. I paid my full price. And I says, you paid him? He says, yes, I paid him a fee. I says, that's not right. You're supposed to pay me the fee because this is my event.
Right.
All my other vendors you see out here, they paid their fee to me.
Right.
I says, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not trying to be rude.
Right.
You have one of two choices. You can go get your feedback from him and give it to me, or you can just pay me a fee directly and deal with him later,
Right.
or leave. Right? He's like, no, I don't pay him the fee. I'm not paying nobody else. And I says, then your only recourse right now is to pack up and leave. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude. It's just business.
Right.
To vend for this event. You see the amount of people out there. We were like to the gills that night. And at that time, because of the other nonsense that I had dealt with the owner,
leading up to
this, I was already
Yeah.
on a level like, this is ridiculous. I'm just trying to make it through the night. And I just like, listen, pack up and leave or pay. Those are your only choices. So when he's like start yelling and cussing, I said, you know what? I went over and got the police officer. I says, he has to leave the property. And the officer says, okay, no problem. The officer took care of it. You know what I mean? Because at that point, it was not gonna end well for either one of us. And you have to think more on a business level and not go down to the street level, which was really in the back of my head.
Well, a good thing you didn't, because you had a lot of money riding on.
Because like one of the memorable things, like you said, the day of the event, I got called and said, listen, we can't put you in the room you were going to have originally. We have to move you to the smaller room. And I'm like, the people could barely fit in that room. And then I also got told that we needed to have 15 security, and 10 police officers. And I was like, forgive me, but I already signed the contract with how many we needed. And it's a good thing I signed that contract in advance. Wow. You know, because he had previous dealings with another event, and I spoke to those promoters, and they told me, make sure you get your contract signed. Because he had a habit of delaying the signing of the contract till the start of the event when you're busy and you're just signing to...
You're not reading what you're signing.
So I made sure to do mine in advance. And it was fortunate that I did.
Wow. So fast forwarding, I'm looking at, obviously your Fetters Army Mass.
Fetters Army Mass.
And I saw another band put out an army. The band launch was something.
Yes. Well, that one, it's funny because whenever people do anything with an army theme,
yeah, I think of you.
Yeah, people think of me, but I also get the call.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that was Mad Colors,
right,
that had a camo theme,
right,
because one of their major players for the band was a member of the military.
Gotcha.
And he passed away.
Correct.
So it was a way of them paying respect to him.
Okay. I didn't go, so I didn't know what the...
Yeah. It was a way of them to pay respect to Chris.
Gotcha.
Chris was my boy too,
Yeah,
So
Chris was everybody's boy.
Yeah. When I went to his funeral, I could not go to the funeral,
Yeah.
That was a devastating blow.
Yeah.
When I got the call.
It's totally... I mean, nobody expects to die, but it was totally unexpected.
Yeah, totally. And, respect to him and his family. That's just, oh my Lord. Yeah.
Wow.
But we have Fetters Army Mass, which is a derivation of Army Fet.
Gotcha.
Fetters Army.
Gotcha.
And for people, to clarify for people, it's not that we're going to have an army theme every year.
Okay.
It's just Fetters Army is just an army of fetters. People who like to fet. That's all it is.
Okay.
So
that just corrected me, because I thought that's what that was.
No. It's just an army of fetters.
Gotcha.
So any large group can be considered an army. Considered an army.
Gotcha.
And we had our band launch. Please to check out our website, fettersarmyatl.com, and make sure to join us on the road. We have, our motto is Fetters Army Mass, FAM, how family begins. So that is our theme for life, where if you join us, you're not just joining a mass band. You're not just going to become a number. You become family. We have little events during the year people don't even know about, to the public, because that's just for the Fetters Army team.
Gotcha.
We do stuff for our members to come and hang out, and maybe it's at my house or wherever. Come and hang out.
And you also took it to Florida as well, to Miami Carnival.
Yeah, we had we did the Juve down there with our Juve Express. We did a section with them down there. Which is something that we are part of our expansion goal, is to grow, not just to have. Yeah, we're considered a small band right now, because technically, even though we've been in existence for 4 years, this is going to be our second time on the road.
Really?
Because we started in 2019. We were on the road in 2019. Pandemic happened in 2020. We didn't have a carnival in 2021.
Right.
So now, 2022, we're officially back on the road. So this is going to be our second time on the road.
Wow.
So we're still a growing band.
Right.
And we have a lot still to learn, and we're still doing. And we create, at this moment, we create all our own costumes.
Really?
Yes, from scratch. Yeah, my house is full of feathers and materials.
That's got to be a huge.
Yeah.
Wow.
I spend my nights after work bending wire, and I took a few classes in how to bend wire and stuff like that.
There's classes for that?
Yeah, there's actually classes you can take.
Wow.
People you can reach out to and stuff like that. And I questioned a lot of other people who's already been doing it, you know, ask their ears off, hey, how do you do this? How do you do that? And, you know,
questions are made to be asked.
Yeah. Because this ties back to me saying carnival is coming down to egos. Because for me, carnival is a matter of cultural pride. Yeah. Okay? So I do my little, me, my wife, my business partner, we do our little part to ensure carnival grows and becomes something successful. And people, because the Caribbean culture is the best culture, hands down.
Of course.
I don't care what nobody says. I don't care where you're from. If you're from the island, Kes was the first one I heard say it on stage in Miami. And when he said it, I was like, I'm buying that man a beer. Kes said, without Caribbean culture, this world has no vibes. Without us, right. This world has no vibes. You know what I'm saying?
He's right.
Yes. We bring the vibes to the world. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just doing my little part to help out, spread the culture. And, you know, that's why I say a lot of the stuff that's going on with the two carnivals is just ego. It boils down to ego. People don't want to swallow their pride and say, hey, how can we work together to make it successful? This one wants to make the most money. That one wants to make the most money. Yeah, it's annoying, but, you know, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Now, in the grand scope of things, where does DJing fit in now into Choice One's?
Well, in the grand scope of things, DJing for me is always a passion. Right. It's just something I love to do. You know, it has turned into a business, so I do handle it like a business. But whether I was on the level that I am now or not, I would still be DJing.
Gotcha.
You know, if I would have my set still in my house and still, you know, doing a little vibes in the house, whether or not I was doing events and stuff like that. You know,
did anybody back home? Like for me personally, this is probably way back before your time, but a guy named Kurt Fleming and a guy named Spurgeon Nisbet is who influenced me to want to do radio and want to be a DJ. They used to do a show on ZIZ called Midweek Togetherness.
Yeah.
Is there anybody like that back home that influenced you?
Yeah, of course. Magic Fingers.
Okay.
Ronnie Rascal.
Yes.
Ronnie Rascal. They call him Magic Fingers. Yes. Ronnie Rascal.
Yes. You have to have known him for a while to know Magic
Fingers. I used to listen to his mixes. He used to put out all these mixes, and listening to him, I used to be like, he on a different level with it. You know, so he kind of gave me the vibe.
I remember he did. I don't remember what year this was. It's got to be over 20 years ago or more. He did a Burning Flames mix.
I remember that mix. And
I was living in California at the time, and I took this mix back, and I literally studied this mix from A to Z.
I did the same thing.
Big up to Ronnie Rascal, man. This guy is a genius.
Yeah,
he's a genius.
Yeah, and then the thing, what I don't know if he was the one that originated it, but he used to take like these rhythms that was so fast, and he would slow them down and make them so sexy, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. The person that comes close to Ronnie Rascal for me is what's his name? Kevy Kev.
Yeah. Big up to Kevy Kev too.
That's the person that
Kevy Kev has moved on to bigger things. He's still DJing as a little bit, but
his son is taking over the mantle now.
Taz, DJ Taz.
Right.
Large up to him too.
Yeah.
But that's where it started. Okay. Like really getting into me, like, yo, I love this, you know.
Wow.
And my uncle, may he rest in peace, he's the one I used to get a lot of Ronnie's mixes from, you know.
What's next for Choice One, MD? Just the brand Choice One and just Choice One as a person?
Well, you know, I got married. And
congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. The awesome thing about it, when you meet that person who no matter how stupid your dreams are, they're like, we could do that, you know? Like, it's funny because, you know, when you meet that right person, you feel like you could do anything.
Right.
You know, if I went home today and I was like, babe, let's open a restaurant on the moon, she gonna be like, how much you think a rocket ship costs? You know, I'm gonna look into that, you know? She don't be like, nah, that's stupid. They ain't gonna be able to do that.
Right.
You know?
So that's a true partner.
Yeah. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, you know, because even when she jumped in and I was already doing Army Fed, she jumped in and started helping me out. We started some businesses together. We have a business called Sugar Rock Products. I want you guys to check that out online also. sugarrockproducts.com. Check that out online and order something, please. Our next step is we're going to be promoting another business called Fetish Nails, which is like a fet and nails, you know, because we're going to open a nail salon for her sometime this year.
Gotcha.
You know.
So you're thinking progressively down the line.
Yeah. I have recently had my land approved in St. Kitts, so I'll be building my house shortly. You know, and just basically to grow what we have.
Gotcha.
You know, we have Army Fed. We have also Navy Fed. If you've never been to Navy Fed, then you've never been to a wet Fed. I'm telling you, I know.
Wow.
You know, it's crazy. Navy Fed is another level again. That
makes sense though.
Yeah.
Navy is the water, Army is the land.
Yeah, exactly. So we changed it because originally it was called Atlanta Army Fed Wet Edition.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yes, it was. I remember that.
You know, but we got a call from someone in Miami. You know the guy, I'll tell you later. But we got a call saying we can't use the words wet fed together. Yeah. So I was like, Choice, you my boy. I know you personally.
Did he used to live here?
Yeah. So he was
like,
too, he was like, yo, you know, really? I know you, so I gotta call you and tell you.
Did they trademark it?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
So that's why Levi, when he had wet fit, he changed it to water fit.
Oh, that's incredible. I didn't know that.
So I was like, you know what? We already have Army Fed and Navy's the water.
Yeah.
So we changed it to Navy Fed.
It makes sense.
And if you come to Navy Fed, we only have one rule. You must get wet. We don't have a dry zone. This dry zone nonsense. You know, like Asa Banton said, how do you come to a wet Fed and don't expect to get wet? You know,
that makes sense.
There is no dry zones. You're getting wet from your reach. You know, so we have a wet Fed, and when we say wet, we does.
You go in.
Woo! Yeah, we have we don't just do the one little water hose type of thing. No.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So you're going? Are you going to St. Kitts this year? Do we have
Music
Carnival?
Fest?
Music Fest
and
in
Carnival.
June.
I will be there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be there for Music Fest and I'll be there for Carnival.
Okay.
Yes.
Now your voice. I can't leave this interview, you know.
So my voice, for people, because people are always like, damn, why your voice always hoarse?
Yeah.
Over the past 4, probably going on 5 years right now, my voice has started getting progressively worse. So I decided, you know what? This is awful, because the first time I noticed it getting bad was in Miami. I was DJing, you know, everybody knows I go to Miami for Carnival every year. I DJ like the whole weekend, you know. So I'm thinking it's just because I've been DJing so much, I lost my voice. But then I'm noticing, like, wait, it's not coming back. So I went to the doctor to check it out. I went to like 3 different doctors, and then they recommended me to ENTs, you know, stuff like that. $12,000 in doctor bills later, they diagnosed me to have a disorder called Spasmodic Dysphonia.
What is that?
Or some people call it MTD, muscle tension disorder. So basically, my vocal cords are in perfect order, but the muscles that control my vocal cords, they stay tense, like they're always flexing, like I'm always making a muscle.
Wow.
They don't, you know, like a muscle usually loosens, loosens. My vocal muscles don't loosen. So
and they don't know what caused that.
They don't know what brought it on.
Gotcha.
They said it. Yes, it happens a lot to people who use their voice a lot. Right. So I'd never heard of it before me.
I've never heard of it until now.
I looked it up online and I was like, holy crap, it's a thing.
It's a thing.
You know?
Wow.
So that's the problem with my voice. There is no official cure.
Sure.
I do have, like on Tuesday this week, I have a vocal appointment. I do it virtually where we do vocal noises, you know, to try to get the voice to loosen.
Okay.
You know, and the only official treatment besides vocal coaching is Botox, which I get. I don't really care for it, but I get it every 3 to 4 months, where they put 3 needles into my muscles.
Yeah, I wouldn't care for that either.
Yeah. So, you know, it's supposed to help the muscles relax.
Got it.
You know, so I get Botox into the muscles. So, for the people, I hope that explains it to people. Stop always asking me, your voice hoarse again.
Yeah.
It's permanent.
But you can't blame them though, because you know I've known you for years, and when I heard you the first time, I'm like, what happened?
Yeah, it was never like this, you know. But I work with it. The funny thing is, when I DJ and I have a few beers or knock a few drinks, it kind of loosens up a little, and I can actually use my voice.
Yeah, because I've heard you on the microphone, and you don't sound
but
bad,
I would have to drink. You know, I guess the alcohol does something to it.
So alcohol is good for something.
Yeah. But you know, much as I would like to, I can't go through life drunk.
Yeah.
You know?
Nah, not at all. Not at all.
So I have to pick and choose when I do it. So I have to have a few drinks for it to really, you know, do a thing. But you know, please come to Atlanta Army Fed 2010, 10-year anniversary.
10-year anniversary. Yeah.
10-year anniversary.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Wow. And last year, the 9th year, was the first time we had it outdoors. Okay. And this year we will be outdoors again. You know.
Tell them where it's going to be. Do you have a location yet? Though?
Yes. Oh, we have a location. We call it the Army Grounds, but officially it's Caribbean Connection. Okay. The backyard of Caribbean Connection.
There's a vibe back there, man. It reminds me of the original Panyard.
Yeah,
it's just a vibe.
Yeah, the outside thing. Yeah,
it's
a vibe back there, you know. And people are telling me I need a new location because of the crowd. Because the crowd we had last year was, oh my Lord, that crowd was. Oof.
But there's only but so many outdoor places here.
There's only so many outdoor places, but a lot of people don't realize we actually came in a little.
Really?
We brought the tents in a little bit.
Oh, okay.
You know, so I do have a little room to go
extend
back
it out.
to extend it out. So the setup will be pretty much the same, little tweaking, but you know, we should be able to fit everybody. Because the tickets already started selling like crazy.
And it's a brand now.
Yeah.
It's been a brand, actually.
People, the tier 2 tickets is just, probably by the time you see this video is going to be out. Because I'm like, holy crap. They're selling.
That's a good thing. And Atlanta Carnival has become, Decaf Carnival has become one of the main, like I said, the main carnival.
Yes, Atlanta Decaf Carnival. Just a warning to the people: the pre-sold tables. I only have 75 tables. Okay.
Only 75. Like, did you hear yourself? I mean, most people have 20, 25 maybe. Only 75.
We got 60 last year.
Okay.
We had 60 last year.
And they sold out.
So all sold out. All sold out. So the tables have started selling. So people just please get them early.
Take heed.
Yeah, get them early, because I remember a promoter come to me, Choice, I can't get the table. I was like, bro, I'm out.
People always wait till the last minute, you know that.
And I'm like, I'm out.
So are they available now online somewhere?
Yeah. Once you're online, you're guaranteed a table.
Okay.
Don't come the night and expect to get a table, even if you buy a drink. You know what I'm saying?
If the tables are sold out, they're sold out.
They're sold out. You know what I mean? So, because apparently that's the new thing.
Tables.
Everybody get a table to put their hookahs and, you know what I mean? So,
I don't drink, so I never get tables, but I notice it at parties.
Yeah.
I have party and I notice it as well.
Yeah,
So.
people want tables.
Yeah.
They want to have
Or
their
sections.
spot. And yeah, that's another thing. Okay, I had people at the gate last year like, "Yo, you got any sections left?" I'm like, "Really?"
The gate?
At the gate, I'm like, "Really?" You know, no. And especially sections is a limited amount. You can't have just, you know. So please, people, organize yourself early. All right. And I'm putting this out there on behalf of every promoter in the world. Stop calling the day of the event. Okay?
Preach.
You know, people stop calling. I don't care how cool you are with the promoter. Do not call that promoter and ask him for stuff on the day of the event. Organize yourself in advance. Please. You know,
I wish people would understand that. They don't understand how busy we are, you know, as a promoter.
As a promoter, the day of your event?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Some people call it even the night of, like 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Wanting, you know, to upcharge something or whatever.
Yeah. And I'm like, no, the day of... What people need to understand as an event promoter, the day of your event, you're working.
Yeah.
You, the audience, you're fetting, you're enjoying yourself, but the promoter is working. Okay? No matter how much we try to make it look like fun,
You're working.
You're working.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
this is we invest a lot of money in these events, so we do our best to make sure they're successful. Our job is to make sure you have a good time.
Making an experience.
Yeah. And that's the thing. When people leave Army Fete kind of sets the stage for the entire carnival weekend.
Right.
So when people leave, I want them ready to just enjoy the rest of the weekend.
We'll get 2 hours sleep and back on the road.
And back on the road again. You know what I'm saying? So big shout out to everybody that's coming in town. We have a lot of people coming in town this year.
We haven't had carnival in 2 years, man.
Yeah. So large up to everybody. You know, it's crazy. Thank you all for the support over the years, by the way. We couldn't have done this without you.
Well, Choice, man, like I said, it's been a pleasure. You know, I'm especially proud and happy because you're from St. Kitts Nevis.
Yes.
And I preach, live, eat, drink St. Kitts Nevis every day.
Yes.
You know, everybody's like, are you Jamaica? No.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
And I want people to realize, just because I'm from St. Kitts and Nevis doesn't mean that's all the music I play. I've been told that. Like, oh, you're going to play St. Kitts?
Really?
I can play anything. Okay, yeah.
You shouldn't have to explain that. I've heard you in parties.
I don't know. People, you know, oh, you're just going to play that? No. Like, really? That you think that's all? You know, so, yeah.
But it's good. You introduce them to our culture as well.
Yeah. Because one thing I definitely will slip in, some small island music.
Course. Absolutely.
Which, as a matter of fact, has become a thing now.
Really?
I've gotten phone calls from some of the biggest Caribbean DJs out there for music. You know, and I'll share it. I don't hold music. Anybody call me for a tune, a remix, as long as it's not one of my dub plates, I'll share it with you. I don't have a problem. You know what I mean? Because one thing I want DJs to realize, because there's a lot of DJs out there that won't share music.
Still to this day?
Still to this day.
And it's so accessible?
Okay? Here's the thing. A song is like a bullet in a gun. Not everybody could fire that bullet right. Okay? Not everybody know how to fire that bullet. We all got bullets. We all got guns. Okay? Yep. Not everybody know how to fire it right.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely right.
You know, musically speaking, people. You know?
Yeah, clarify that.
Yeah, musically speaking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if people call me, people have called me for small island music. I got text today from someone wanting a certain song from they wanted to know, what music is this? Where's it from? You know, because
I didn't realize the Adam O was a St. Kitts rhythm. She
warming up. Yeah. That's Akai.
I didn't even realize until recently that it was a St. Kitts rhythm.
Yeah, warming up and the other one, Sexy Dance.
Oh, with that one too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So Sexy Dance was actually filmed in St. Kitts.
Wow.
So if you watch the sexy dance video, that's all that footage is St. Kitts.
Gotcha.
You know, so logic to that. And of course, because his manager, Kev, is from St. Kitts. Even though he lived in VI for a while, he's from St. Kitts, you know. So,
big up to Kev, man. That's my brother right there.
You know, so yes, people, I play more than just small island music, Trini music, you know, anything, really. I'm a type of DJ that I play my position on the event. If you put me to early warm, I don't business. Right. I play early warm. I'm not going to pull out the top 10 on early warm, okay? You know, so it's all about, you know, playing your position and just doing the thing. I could play anything. You know, and I guess that's why I lasted so long out here, because I've been out here. Let's not get into the age.
You've seen folks come and go.
Yeah.
Literally.
I've seen a lot of folks come and go.
You've seen a lot.
You know, and look out for my new event. It's not new. I had it a couple of times before, but I'll be bringing it back again, bigger and better. An event called Mass.
Yes, I remember Mass.
Yes, look out for Mass. We're gonna
not the mature
and sexy.
Sexy, correct.
Yes,
gotcha.
This is because there's no events for soca people to dress up.
You're right.
This is an event where if you love soca music, it's gonna play everything, but the majority is soca, at least 80%. But you put on your good. You know what I'm saying?
Your good clothes.
Your good clothes.
As I say back home.
You know, your crease up pants, your hard bottom shoes, you know, everything. So look out for that. It's gonna be coming soon. We're definitely gonna be doing that one again. You know, that, like you said, one of my goals for the future is to grow my events and my brand and everything like that.
Very important. Very important.
Yeah. So we keep it, you know, nice. I want people to come away from my events with an experience. Be like, oh, you know.
Well, Choice, it's been a pleasure.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Oh, man, it's been my pleasure. Trust me.
You know, yes, thank you so much for having me. Anybody want to hire Choice One?
There you go.
Link me. Oh, you can follow me at DJ Choice One MD, at Atlanta Army Fet, at Fetters Army Mass, at Navy Fet ATL.
And big up to Kev, big up to Ronnie Rascal, all our St. Kitts Nevis DJs. We gotta keep
big up to everybody.
Definitely.
You know, and look out for everything that's coming. Just stay tuned to my Instagram pages, please. And follow Fetish Nails and Sugar Rock Products. You know, Fetish Nails.
Brand after brand after brand.
Yes, we have.
I love that.
We have a lot of brands
that
we represent and that we're bringing forth to everyone. So just check us out. We're busy, you know. We try to stay busy.
That's a good thing. you know, generational wealth. We're creating that.
Yes. trying my best to do it and invest. That's all I gotta tell people. Invest. I'm not a guru with it, but
invest.
You know, do your research and invest.
There you go.
You know.
On that note, folks, we have brought us to the end of another edition of Take 5. My special guest today was Choice One MD.
The music doctor, the meat driver, the Mandingo, a.k.a. Mr. Dimples.
And we'll catch you on the next edition real soon.
All right. Thank you.